got it down to an art now whenever this happens. How's my mic? Is my mic alright or is it too loud? I figured it was probably Windows again. It's been, what now, 2-3 weeks since the last time it did an update, so it was bound to happen again. But anyways, I've been up for about an hour now. I'm still not quite awake yet, just because I didn't sleep very well last night, but I've had almost a full coffee now, so I'll probably make another one soon, and I'll be good to go after that. But we'll get started anyways. We'll do at least one leg this morning. We'll take off from BIEG where we left off the last stream and carry on flying along the coastline of Iceland until we get up to BIRG, which I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. I actually can't remember what it was even called anyways unless I look at it. Yeah, I'm not even going to even try right now. But we will do that flight, see where we are for time, and see if we can do another short one, maybe get a little farther, which will get us in a better position for getting Iceland done, and maybe in another stream or two, and then finding another area to go to. So the weather's apparently 14 degrees outside there right now, but yet it's showing snow for some reason right now, which wasn't there at the last stream. But I imagine when we take off, it'll probably keep changing along the way again. I'm almost tempted to change the weather so that it shows what it's supposed to, but I kind of don't want to. I think the temperature and everything's right. I think it's just for some reason there's snow on the ground when there's not supposed to be, so I'll just kind of go with it anyways. So let's get in the plane. We'll get started up. And there's the route. I did put in a couple just different coordinates too for waypoints, just kind of along where we're going to be going. I mean, flying nearby anyways, but for the most part, it's just the airports, 2 airports that we need to worry about, and the following the coastline. So we're kind of a little bit inland right now because the last stream it was pretty well fogged in everywhere else, so we couldn't find an airport on the coast to fly into. So maybe another 10 minutes back out to the coast and then carry on north from there. Even this mic's in a different spot again too because it's blocking my view now. Alright, there we go. Alright, so battery switch on. Fuel should be on still from the last time. Actually, I didn't put any fuel in yet. I'm not gonna... I think the pumps were behind me, but I'm not gonna pull up to them. I'll just... Actually, there they are over there. I'll just put it in here. I'll cheat. There we go, that should be enough. I was hoping my brain would have been working by now, but it's not. I feel like I'm missing something. I did that wrong, but oh well. That's what I was missing. Oh, no sim sounds either. I know why for that one though. There we go. Now we got them. Go off now. One of these days I'll actually do it right and we'll pull up to a run-up area and do run-ups and stuff like that, but I'm not going to worry about that this time. Alternators on so that my instruments don't die like they did the one fight. And just going to check the weather quickly. Again, I can't remember what the winds are, what runway we're going to take off on, but I'll look at that right now. So the winds are 360 at 12 knots, so we'll probably end up taking off runway 4. It'll be a straight taxi out. The runway right there, and then take off to the northeast. Or north-northeast. Did the command actually work for it this time, Amy Ann, or did you end up having to search that one again? Thanks for posting that. I guess I should have said hello too to people. So hello, Amy Ann. Hello, readability. Good morning. Or afternoon. I'm off to a bad start. And readability, thank you for the... Has it been 3 months or... Oh yeah, I guess it has. Holy crap. Thank you for the 3 months. I didn't realize it's... I mean, actually I should have realized it's been that long because I think it came up the other night too, but I just completely forgot again already. But thank you, I really appreciate that. Alright, so we are on the MSFS network too, so if you did want to fly along, I'm on there. I didn't turn it off or anything, I just have the... what you call it, the name tags turned off. I did get VATSIM set up again for this again, so I might start using that at some point here in the future, but... not today though anyways. Alright, park and break off. Here we go. My light's on right now too before I forget. We're already at the holding point for the runway even though there's no signs here, but we'll just carry on. We're ready to go, there's no one there anyways. I think the windsock's almost showing more of a crosswind even though... Actually, yeah, that's right. Winds are at 360, so that makes sense. Go pump back on again for Archer. Mixture's full lean. Come on, click the right thing. There we go. I think when we do take off, we'll climb to 1,500 feet again just to see what the clouds are like, but they look like they should be high enough. Actually, I just gotta look at the METAR for that. And again. I'm supposed to pause it. Oh yeah, clear below 5,000, so we'll actually climb up to 3,500 then for now. And I'll set my head and bug too, so we'll end up flying. We'll fly ahead into 030 for a little bit when we get off the ground. Close enough. There's the runway. Looks like I'm picking up a V. Oh yeah, that's right. We used that the other night when we flew in here. Talk about that. Is that ILS? Or the approach? Okay. So I'm pretty sure we cleared the runway now, so landing gear up. I think we'll actually fly 025. Hey, Omega 38K, welcome on in. How's your day going? I do like hand flying, but I'm gonna put the autopilot on anyways, just because I know if I don't, I'll start looking at the chat and I'll end up getting off course here again, or making a turn or making a mistake that I don't want to make. So we'll keep climbing at 10,000 feet a minute, or not 10,000, 1,000 feet a minute right now, or 1,000 feet per minute. Thanks for the shout out. You're just like me then, I just woke up too. I think I've been awake for around an hour now. But I don't feel like I've been awake for an hour yet. Yeah, it looks like the snow's already kind of starting to disappear again the farther we get away from the airport. Which is good, because at least it's going to be what it's supposed to be then now. I'm not sure if I'm following you though, maybe 38K, I gotta check. I think I did, but I can't remember for sure if I did or not. There we go, I wasn't, but I am now. Alright, so I'm leveling it off right now at 3,500. We'll fly this for now. It looks like it's the same. I almost think the conditions aren't changing for this area for some reason. Because it looks like it's exactly the same as it was the other night when we were flying out into here. See what it's like when we get farther out again, see if it's a fog layer the whole way or whether if it clears up. Yeah, it looks nice when you can see it. But we're flying into the clouds again, so I don't know how long we're going to see it for. Oh, and I gotta go back to where we turned in before. Just a little closer to the mountains, I think, not so far away. Over top of the river there. Imo Airline, it's going good. How about you? Welcome on in. We just took off on our first flight. I'm not sure how many we're going to do today. Might just be the one, might be two. But we just took off from the IUG, which is... well, it's in Norway. Or not Norway, Iceland. I'm calling it Norway again. Iceland, it's... I think it's... the way I read it is it's Egelstader, but I'm probably saying it wrong. So we're doing our fourth leg of this journey of tracing out coastlines, or climbing on the coastlines anyways, and continental borders. Yeah, Iowa Scotsman. Oh, I mean, good morning. How's it going? How's your day? Give Iowa Scotsman a follow too. He's another great streamer and been around for a long time. I was watching him for a bit last night too, actually. We're not doing anything fancy today as far as like instruments and stuff like that. We're just... well, I was hoping to just do VFR, but it looks like I'm not... might have a bit of a problem with that. Actually, I'm going to drop down to 1,500 feet again. Get below the clouds. It looks like we should be able to fly below them anyways. We're just about close to the shoreline again, where we'll make our turn towards the northwest, following the shoreline that way. I think straight ahead of us is where we came in, where we made a turn the other night when we came into here. Good Red Ted, thanks for the 5 bits. Good morning. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for the bits there, Good Red Ted. Good to see you. Was that really 2 minutes ago? Was that delayed that much that I just noticed it now? I almost think that... shouldn't be. I hope it's not that delayed that much because it shows it was 2 minutes ago, but didn't know when it just went off now. That's bizarre. I'm good. How are you doing today? Well, we can kind of see the shoreline. I mean, see the ground somewhat. Not as well as I was hoping. I really hope it clears up so we can see it a little bit. I mean, see some of the nicer scenery this time. Just finished work, that's good. At least you'll get to, I mean, hopefully you get to relax a little bit now. Alright, we'll make our turn. We'll head turn to 350 for now, and then probably turn again a little bit. There's a few inlets that I was thinking about flying into, but it looks like we might be a little bit hard to see them right now, so I don't really want to try to trace them out when I can't see them. Plus, they're fairly small anyways. We get closer to our destination. There's another couple where maybe the conditions will be a little bit better then, and we might be able to fly around them. It looks like the weather might actually meet our shoulder. Might be a little bit better there anyway, so we might get lucky. Okay. This fog isn't working. But I don't want to change it though, because I like the challenge though too. That's a little better, at least it's, well, clear for a minute. But it seems like it's sporadic and it's not consistent anyway, so it's, I can live with that. Morning, Austin. Thanks for the raid. Raid of 14 people. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to watch a stream earlier, but I didn't end up waking up that early, though, just because I didn't sleep well last night. But I tried to get up early to catch it, though. But good morning, though. How did your stream go? Thank you for the raid again. Hey, Tesla rules. Good morning, or I guess we'll say good afternoon now. It's almost noon anyways here on the west coast, so it's probably afternoon for everybody else now. That's the good thing about Sunday morning too, is you always get all the good people in there also. But you're not wrong there, Austin. That's good, your stream went good. I seen you were flying the 727 again. I did catch a couple minutes of it anyways. I was trying to put off actually doing this a little bit, but I didn't want to put it off too late, otherwise I never would have started one. I think we're going to be at the airport quicker than what I thought we were going to be. Might end up just continuing on and going a little bit farther actually. Got more than enough fuel to carry on instead of having planned. We'll see. We'll see what time it is when we get there. If it's... the way it's looking right now is it might be around another 40 minutes or so. Yeah, 40 minutes. If it's only 40 minutes or whatever, we might carry on a little farther than actually. Added another bunch of that's why I got that set up though. I mean, at least it catches the link so it doesn't allow it to even show up, which is a good thing. But yeah, we'll take on, I mean, we'll carry on to maybe BIAHU, which was another hour to go instead, I mean, where we are, so that might end up working out being better time-wise. Hey Spencer Watt, good morning, or actually, I keep saying good morning, good afternoon, welcome on in. How's your Sunday going? We're a little ways from the coastline now, but not too far off still. I'm not going to get too picky today with getting close. What was that one there, Amy Ann? Was it want to be famous or something again, or was it something different this time? Doesn't show up for me for some reason. I don't want to be famous, that's too much pressure. No fame for Bob. I don't know why I find that so funny right now. I should have gone to bed earlier last night. Even though you think 11:30 or midnight would be early enough still, but it wasn't. You're welcome, Omega 38K. I should have done it a while back. I think I looked at your channel once before too, and I don't know if I got distracted or actually it was probably during SimCaesar's stream, so I probably just had it on. I mean, had it there in the background and forgot to click go follow on it. There we go. Now we can see something for a bit. So this is Iceland right now. Well, I'm sure you guys know that from the title anyways. I feel stupid for saying that now. But MSFS did do an update to it, but there was a lot of areas that were still flat though. I mean, a lot of the islands actually too. So Poutine Flyer was in here the other day and suggested using the Orbex mesh for Iceland instead, and after I installed that, it actually made a fairly good difference in the way that it looks. So if you guys haven't tried that yet, or it's worth giving it a try, it's free under page 2. A lot of the islands that were showing 5,000 or 500 feet for elevation and stuff like that, there was nothing for it. You could have landed on it. With it being as flat as it was almost like looking at a sandbar or something instead. But it's worth giving it a shot, give it a try. It's so far for me, it's been stable, and I've done this second stream with it now. I've done some other flights with it too, and it's caused me no issues anyways. But I also don't have much for add-ons or anything in my community folder either, so it all depends what you have in there, I guess. My words. It all depends what you have in there, I guess. It could make a bit of a difference depending if you have different add-ons that might conflict with it, or sceneries or something maybe, but so far so good though.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, DeLorean. I'm tempted to use those shark emotes because I've only got a few days left with them because I canceled my subscription to Burt Black, but I'll hold off. I was trying to get my money's worth for the last little bit, but never mind, she did it. How's your Sunday going, DeLorean? It's going, yeah. Judging by your message that you posted in Discord the other day, I can kind of get what you're getting at there too, because I was kind of going through the same thing at the start of last week, but a little bit different situation though. It's going alright. It's only started an hour ago, so or an hour and a half ago, so I haven't been up very long either yet. I think when I was looking at that part, I mean, that area there the other day too, without Orbex, it was flat. Well, it's flat right now, but it was showing that it was at sea level though, instead of having any elevation at all on it. I might have to reinstall my truck sim there one day and do some driving with you on one of your streams during the week if you end up doing it again. I had it installed on my old computer, but I haven't installed it on this one yet since I built this one back in the summertime. I'll get it installed then. Then one day I can drive along with you guys. See, one thing it doesn't fix though for that Orbex mesh is the water kind of running up the side of the... Actually, no, that could be shadows that I'm seeing. There's shadows. That's understandable. And not only that, you're pretty well going every day anyways too, so even a break is somewhat, I mean, even a break would do you good too sometimes, so you don't burn yourself out. I'll have to look at that. I know they got their Truckers MP and stuff like that right now, but that would be a little bit different though too, having something like that instead. Yeah, truck sim especially too. I mean, truck sim is a lot more fun with friends when you can talk back and forth to on the radio and stuff like that in there. But they are both more fun with friends. That's one thing that's nice about the MSFS network too, is that at least you don't have to worry about having to deal with ATC depending. And it gives you the opportunity to fly with more people that aren't comfortable being on there either. clouds do make it look nice, but you'd see so much more without them though right now. Like that over there looks like it'd be a nice view right now if we didn't have clouds in the way. You do much trucks in Mo Airlines? Or Mo Airline? I'm gonna be terrible with names this morning. Might almost be time to make another coffee again. Yeah, that's one thing that's different about that too, is just hearing people on the radio, and sometimes you end up talking back and forth to them as well too, and get meeting some different people on there, which is a little bit different than just meeting people on streams and stuff like that too. I think there's been a couple times that I was driving along and somebody invited me to their Discord. We ended up talking that way too, instead of finding them through their stream and stuff like that. What yoke are you getting? That's cool that you're getting a new yoke. New yoke as well too. It adds that a little bit more to immersion when you're using a yoke instead of a joystick. I've got the Thrustmaster T16000M, so I have a joystick for that still, but I have it put away in the closet. But I have the honeycomb yoke right now that I'm using. You'll like it. The honeycomb is really good. Or I hope you like it anyways. It's actually really well built. Like when I'm using it here, you look at the rod that the yoke sits on and you almost kind of think it might be easy to bend, but it's pretty strong, and it's actually, the buttons and everything on it too feel really good to where they don't feel like they're going to wear out anytime soon either. I've been using this one now for a little over, actually it's been almost a year and a half now, I think. No, yeah, it's worth what, it is worth what it costs or whatever else. I'll say that for sure. Like, I have no regrets getting it at all either. I know there's been some people that have had to return them and get things fixed on them and stuff like that, but I've had no bad luck with mine, and I put a lot of hours in on it now. The way I talk on here is the way that I talk when I'm talking to ATC when I've been on VATSIM, so I can see how I understand that too. For the longest time, I only flew out at the same airport over and over and over again, kind of doing the same thing, because I got used to saying what I needed to say, and I got used to the person that was doing the ATC out of Vancouver Center there. I think it was Brad Crockett. But it takes time to get used to it, and you'll get used to it eventually, though. I think a lot of what I did when I started with that is I just kind of flew along with people and kind of just copied what they were saying for the first little bit. And then I got a little bit comfortable doing it afterwards too. And I think, well, even DeLorean too, or whatever DeLorean that's in here, he just flew along like this for the first while too, and then he got on bouncing there one day. He actually jumped right in and doing an F&O with Dane Flats, I think it was. And I think that's how he kind of learned too, is just kind of listening, flying along behind us. Someone else picked it up that way. I might be wrong, but nah, you're not reckless. You're not reckless, you're just brave. No, and even now too, like when you've got a new planes or whatever, you just jump right in and fly them on Vanson too. So it's like you're not even bothered by it anymore. I've noticed. Like when you, I think it was one or two streams after you got the DC-6 or whatever, you were flying that on Vanson too, weren't you? Yeah, exactly. Someone gets mad at you, but it's not like you're gonna hurt anyone. It's not like anybody's. That person that will even get mad too, whatever, after next time you come on or whatever, you probably hear your voice again, probably not even remember who it is too anyways, so that's a good point. Yeah, that's one thing too, more airline, is that a lot of advanced controllers are good that way, and even Pilot Edge as well too, which actually Austin, that's in your Aviator 1996, he does ATC on both of them, and a lot of them do want to help you. There are the couple that just to get on there and assume that everybody should know exactly what they're doing all the time, and kind of just basically push you to where the point that you want to disconnect or whatever, but then you just kind of just blow them off or whatever, go somewhere else and try again, and you might have better luck somewhere else. There's actually one or two that I've gotten into it with a little bit, but I won't mention any names or anything. I don't want to give anybody else a bad impression about them. It might just be me though too, but it doesn't matter where you go though. Anything you do, there's always, there could be somebody like that anyways. And we're back in the fog again. You wouldn't say the runway, because they would already have the runway assigned to you there anyways. You would just call up and say like Oakland Ground, November 29 Sierra Hotel, ready for taxi or something like that, and that would be it. And then they would give you your taxi route to the runway that you've already been given your clearance for, that you're going to be taken off at, or the runway that you were told that you're supposed to be expected before you start taxiing. But if you're doing CTAF calls or something instead, or anything like that, then you would be saying which runway you're going to taxi to, though, if you weren't actually talking to an ATC, but you were just making your announcements on Unicom or whatever there too when you're at an airport that's unpowered, or something along the lines of that. But it's actually been a while since I've been on there. Actually, Mumu Vibes welcome on, or Mumu Vibes welcome on in too. But I haven't been on there for a while though. I think the last time I did a flight on Batson was when I was using. It would have been before Christmas. Not too long before Christmas, I think, actually. But I would have been using X-Plane still at the time, though, when it was still working for me. best thing to use for that is charts. Just make sure you have charts open. If you're flying in the US, I think, I can't remember for sure, but I think you can get charts off of Skyvector, I think. I haven't looked at Skyvector for a long time, I can't remember now to be honest, but Navigraph, for me, I find Navigraph is the best thing. Because then you're updating your Navigraph data at the same time as well too for each sim and stuff like that, and then you always have your charts there too, and then even with the live map on it, you can actually watch the arrow of where you actually are on the map, and it helps you out that way too. But I wouldn't go with anything more than that. Like I know some people end up going to get, they'll pay the highest subscription prices for some of these other rules for that, and for flight sim I don't think it's worth it unless you're practicing for real life flying, or if you are flying in real life. Well, I'm not the best person to explain stuff either, though. Moo vibes. There's a lot of other people out there that can explain it better than I can. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Some people suggest to me too, like when you're starting out, even just sometimes log into VATSIM as an observer, and even just listening that way through, and then you'll kind of get familiar with what people are saying as well too for stuff like that. Actually, Moo Vibes, have you heard of Black Box at all? Black Box 711? He's actually another streamer here on Twitch. He's actually a real life Airbus pilot. I think he flies the A320 or A321 or something like that. Check out his streams when he's streaming. He's actually very helpful and stuff like that, and he takes time and actually sits there and explains it to you when he's doing it. He's actually a really good person to learn from. He'll even take the time too, like when he's doing his flights, a lot of times he'll have stuff set up where he'll actually sit there and actually go through the whole process too and explain what he's doing and why and stuff like that too. Like he'll show you how he's reading the charts and stuff like that too actually. So he's a really good streamer to watch for stuff like that. That's another one too that Readability just said there. The Pilot Edge cat tutorials are a really good way to go as well too, and I think, I can't remember for sure, but I know Pilot Edge used to do a free trial for a bit for a certain area. But I would say on their site there actually. I'm gonna try to find. There you go, Amy. It's got it too. With Pilot Edge, it is after the free trial though. I think it is subscription based, and it only covers the west coast of the U.S. or the western part of the U.S. I mean, I've never actually flown on there yet, but I've listened to it a lot though, and a lot of other people have had good things to say about it. And a lot of people that are on there are actually using it to practice real life flying and stuff like that, and they'll actually. And that's what Pilot Edge kind of bases it off of. But the ATCs, the people that do the ATC on there, they are firm with what they want to do, but they are also very reasonable and very understanding of what's going on and that people are learning. So they're good. I mean, good to talk to though. And a nice thing about that too, compared to VATSIM, is that you have a lot of people on there that are paying for that too, so they are trying hard to follow the rules as good as they can and stuff like that. So You know that you're not going to run into situations where there's going to be people that are going to be just trying to mess you up and stuff like that too on purpose and things like that. Yeah, even watch Austin. Aviator 1996, he's another good one to watch for that. Austin will stream ATC once in a while too on VATSIM. He hasn't done it much lately, but he will do it once in a while. And he also flies on Pilot Edge, and he controls on Pilot Edge, and he also flies on VATSIM as well too, so he's another great one to watch. Thanks for that link there too, Readability. Yeah, the videos are good too. I actually was watching them when... Actually, I wasn't watching them. Oh no, I was watching them. Because I mean, another guy that I was talking to once in a while on Discord was watching them at the time. Are you on Pilot Edge Readability? I think Sim was bugging you one day to get you on there though, wasn't he? I should really give in and sign up for it one day and give it a try. Try to improve what I'm doing. Yeah, and I guess it all depends too. I guess if you're not using it enough either. Like for me, I might be able to make it worthwhile now. To pay the fee for it to use it, but a year ago, I don't think I would have been on there enough to make it worthwhile to pay the monthly subscription for it though. I'm the same way though. I gotta take the plunge one day. I think Austin actually told me that the one day too, that I should sign up for it. But I think if I went on there, though, I think for the first little bit I'd want to use X-Plane again, and I got to go through the process of reinstalling that. And I'm not really looking forward to it. Actually, I think this flight might take longer than I thought it was going to at the start. A little bit different. I think we got 22 minutes till to our destination. Hey, two-faced disc. Good morning, or it's not good morning anymore. Good afternoon. Welcome on in. Sorry, there I missed it for the first minute. I was just looking at something. Looking at my route again. And Kilo Zebra, thanks for the follow. What's going all right? How's your Sunday going? Is it quiet for a change or is it busy again? Hey, Kilo Zebra. Good afternoon. Welcome on in. Thanks for the follow again. And everybody give Two-Faced Disc a follow there. He streams DCS and Flight Sim. And Kilo Zebra there as well to give him a follow. He streams Microsoft Flight Simulator there also. Well, hopefully it's a good busy though, not a busy where you'd rather not be doing it. Are you streaming later on today again too? Right on. Well, we're back in the fog again, but I know that our turn, my heading that we got to turn to is 240 right now, so we'll just make that turn anyways. Are you doing the group fly along there too today with some Caesar again, or are you just going to be streaming your own stuff there today? No, that's no worries. So are you streaming the fly-alongs there again today too? You know how high this fog is? I mean, or how low this fog is going. Wow, these clouds got thick there, didn't they? So much for being able to see anything. Yeah. I'm almost tempted to give Rex Sky for it, or I mean Rex to try again and see if it makes a difference. I mean how well it's working now, but I'm undecided on that yet. I mean so far. And I hate changing the conditions too and making it what you want it to be instead of what it is or what it's saying it's supposed to be, so I always feel like I'm cheating when I do that. Well, at least when we're getting closer to the shoreline, you can still see a little bit of it anyways. Oh yeah, it came out, what was it, within the first couple months, I think, when the sim was released? It's kind of like how it was in P3D and kind of like how Active Sky is in X-Plane also, where it checks the METAR at the airport that you're closest to, though, that has a METAR on it, though, and then you'll see the clouds kind of like fill in or they'll disappear around you and stuff like that, though. So it's just more of a gradual change, and it's not like where you see the sky clear up and then clouds come back again where what it's showing or something like that. Yeah, it had issues when it first came out. It was giving you the correct winds and stuff like that, like winds aloft, but for some reason it wasn't always giving you the most current conditions for the airport, though. And the other thing was, too, I think it was actually hurting frames depending who was using it. And then there was times, too, where you'd have to close out of it, restart it again too for it to refresh what it was supposed to be showing. Because there's times where you'd be flying along, and even though it was supposed to be cloudy, it would still be showing clear skies for some reason. But I'm not sure if they've resolved much of that though yet. I would think they have, because it's been, what now? Almost 11 months now since the sim came out, and that came out not too long after that did. I mean, after it did, so it should be in a better state now than what it was. I know Captain Canada on YouTube's been using it, and I know how picky he is on a lot of stuff, so with how he really gets in there and checks things out and stuff like that, so if he's using it, then it's gotta be better than what it was now. So there is an airport there, but that's not the one we're going to land at. We are going to land at a grass strip as long as it's clear, which is a little bit more to the northwest of here still. That was where I was originally planning on landing anyways, but we'll see what it's like when we get there. If it's not, then I'll carry on and find another airport where it's over clear. It's actually too bad that Active Sky hasn't been able to do anything for the sim though, because I was really curious to see how they were gonna. I was really curious to see what they were gonna try to come up with for it. Let's do 310 for now. Actually, we could see right now too what the last update was for tracks. I think on their site they keep notes for updates as well too. Rex weather force. Still $21.95 US. It says there was an update back on June 17th, but not able to see what it was though. But anyways, here's the link if anybody wants to give it a shot. Anyways, don't see what you think of it. I do have it downloaded, and I did have it installed at one point, but I don't have it installed anymore. But I might give it a shot here one day again too and see what it's like. Maybe show it on stream and see if it's better than what it was before. I think one thing it does do a good job of, though, from what I did see, is the cloud layers. It'll actually give you the give you the proper layers too, instead of how sometimes within 2020 you see these clouds that you think are supposed to be layer clouds, but it shows them as huge thunderstorm clouds still when they're not supposed to be. So, but then I did see that X-Plane is supposed to be coming out with their weather update in either Sim Update 6 or Sim Update 7. So even then, at that point, whether if it's worth using Rex or not, we'll just have to wait and see then whether if it's much of an improvement then by that point. I wonder if Iceland is always this foggy. Clears up for 2 minutes and then it's bogged in again. I think if it's like this every stream for flying around Iceland, there's going to be one day where I'm going to change it to clear skies, or at least for one of the flights anyways. But judging by what it's like here, I'm guessing the airport that we're supposed to come into here, the next 7 miles or 8 miles is going to be covered anyways. I think we'll carry on. Next one instead. lights on, which is not too bad. I think it's almost time to go get another coffee again. Preheated. I thought you'd be drinking it cold with it being, what is it, 110, 120 down there again today? Guess I shouldn't have reminded you about that. Hey, Puff. How's your Sunday going? I didn't think I'd see you on a Sunday. You got a bucket of ice and just put your feet in there, Amy Ann. Let's see if that cools you off. I'm good. I think I'm starting to wake up a little more now that I've been up for a little more than a couple hours now. Be nice if we get some clear weather along the water here, though, so we can see what we're doing or see what we're looking at. If it's a surprise from her, I'm scared. I think Puff is too. Actually, I think I might need to take some Advil soon too. I think my neck's gonna get sore sitting here like this. Hey, Poots and Fire. Happy Sunday. I was telling everybody earlier again about on how you recommended to use the Orbex mesh for Iceland. Yeah, I might have to look at actually using some of their airports now too. I don't think I've ever installed an Orbex airport yet. Orbex airport, I mean, not Orbex. Orbex. But I think I need to actually start looking at getting a bunch of airports for this Simno too. Hey, barbecue beef. How's your Sunday going? What, you want to be an astronaut shooting up in space? Is that what you're hoping to do? I wouldn't. And Puff, thanks for the gifts up to Kilo Zebra. Jesus. Keep telling you don't have to do that. But thank you though. Found some stuff being ridiculous during the Virgin launch. Oh, okay. Branson paid a ton of people to look his boot. England's 1-0 versus Italy. I didn't know they were playing today. Hey, G, nice for you. Hello, how's your Sunday going? I haven't even looked at Discord yet today, actually, except for one message I responded to earlier. I don't want to. Let's see. Freaking flyer. Astronaut. In 9 days. I'm gonna have to try to find another airport. feeling this next one that I was thinking of stopping at, it's not going to be an option either. But it would have been a nice landing though, because it's pretty well right on the, actually right on the beach. Those people just show off. Yeah, they do. Puppy eats your ice cream, Amy Ann. Iron Condor Simulations, thanks for the follow. Hello, how's your Sunday going? I don't know how it's working. It's going all right. Everybody give Iron Condor Simulations a follow too if you haven't already. He's another great streamer to watch. I don't say much when I go into chats and stuff, so he probably doesn't know I'm there most of the time, but I do lurk once. I mean, lurk when I can. I've been watching his streams for a while now, actually. Thank you. I haven't been doing it very long yet. I was thinking about it for quite a while, but I finally ended up giving it a shot. What would it have been? A little over 3 months ago. And thanks for the Prime sub there too, Iron Condor. Especially with it only being the one sub that you have a month to use for that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. My flying is nowhere near as good as yours, though. Especially now that I'm just doing more GA stuff than anything, and not much for airliners anymore, too. I used to fly the Zebo a lot before, but I've just gotten away from X-Plane for the last while. You proceed to hide. Okay, Poutine Flyer. How big of a driver are you looking for? Anything in particular? Oh yeah. At least SSDs are pretty reasonable now for the cost anyways compared to what they were. I like the Piper. I think this is the first actual add-on that I bought for this sim. Well, except for Rex when it first came out, when the sim first came out, but flying this, just with how stuff works in it, it makes it feel more like it's what you'd expect from X-Plane again, as far as features and stuff anyways, and how stuff is doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is good. Because I did like flying this a lot in X-Plane too, so it kind of gets me back to feeling like it's like that again. But I'm excited for when they come out with the Warrior, though. I want to see what that's like too. I'm just hoping that we get an airliner again. That's a lot like what you'd expect from X-Plane as well. I know it took a while for Zebo to get there with their mod for the 737 and stuff, but I know Fly-by-Wire is working on the Airbus and stuff too, so I'm hoping that one day it gets to that point too where the Airbus is that good. How many Starbucks is the Piper? It all depends what you get from Starbucks, I guess. Yeah, I hope so too. If the rumors are right and that's what it actually is, whatever, I'm hoping that it's a good airliner that's coming. I've heard people saying that there's some people beta testing it, so I hope so. God. Whoa. Winds changed quickly there. 9 lattes. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see this airport on the beach, so we're not going to bother with that one either. We'll keep on going. It's been more than a second flight this month now. I was 70. This is the third one now this week. We're actually at the 5th flight now, but it's the 3rd stream. Oh, and of course, there's Kitty Monster. You think it's going to be the Beluga? And hello, Kitty Monster. And Oz 70. How are your Sundays going? I'd be surprised if they come out with the Beluga on this before anything else. See, that one, I cannot mean that one there. I think Iron Condor is probably right about that. Probably an Embraer because we don't have one of those yet. And we're not going to see a Boeing until PMDG puts out their 737, I think. Yeah. Actually, maybe we can land here. It actually looks like it's not too bad down there now. I'm going anyways. It's only another 20 minutes to the other airport that I was looking at, so we'll continue on anyways. There's lots of time. Yeah, I've got it turned on. I'm on USA West right now. No, I'm not doing the Sunday night ops tonight. I don't have name tags on though, Iron Condor, so if you end up coming in and I can't see, I'll put the name tags on so I can spot you there. Oh, okay. Next time, yeah, for sure. I am landing at... Well, there was a little beach airstrip right off to our right there pretty well that I was going to land at. But I am actually going to continue on to... It's Husavik, B-I-H-U. If I'm doing Sunday Night Ops here with Yukini Monster, I gotta have X-Plane working, and I don't have X-Plane working. B-I-H-U. B as in Bravo. Or Bravo India. I can't even think of my phonetic alphabet right now. Bravo India Hotel Uniform, that's it. I had to think about that one for a second. Okay. Well, what are you flying in it tonight there, Kenny? Well, I should have figured that one out because we were talking about that the other day. You're using Iveo CSLs? How well's it working there, Blue Team Flyer? I'll have to take a look at that too and see what it's like. Watch, it's clear here, and then when we get to the other airport, it's probably going to be... Well, we'll see what it's like when we get there. Oh, it's actually on Flight Sim TO. I didn't know that. Yeah, thanks, Booty. Zero two then. That's another thing there on Condor. It actually did look good before, but I mean, with the previous update. But even Poutine Flyer actually suggested a couple streams ago that I install the Orbex mesh for it, which is free on their site, on the Orbex store, and that actually made a huge difference too with some of the areas that were flat and stuff like that. Because there were some areas where it was like giving me no elevation at all. Like there were some islands the first day that I was flying over where it should have been 500 feet, and it was flat. It was right at the ocean level where you could have just landed on it like it was a sandbar. Nice to see it though now, for the most part. We've been flying in the clouds a lot too, so we haven't been able to see a whole lot. Yeah, I'm hoping that what they're promising is what we actually do see. But even anything more than what we have right now, those even going to be it's better anyways. And then I'm hoping that update I'm hoping that Sim Update 6 or Sim Update 7 fixes some of the issues with the weather as well too. That'll be nice if it's not have a little bit of a delay on it now where it's more up to date and current and not an hour behind sometimes. That actually looks really good there. I like how that looks. That's good. I was always leaving them on before, but I started turning them off lately. Just I put them on if I'm usually flying in a group or something like that, but lately I've just been leaving them off if I haven't been flying with anyone. I remember when the first sim came out, that was one of the things that they said to turn off too, because I figured that was always usually an issue. One of the issues that was hurting people's frames and stuff, but I haven't really seen too many problems with having them on though. Or at least lately anyways. Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering too, because I could have sworn the one day I flew with... Well, actually, it was during one of the group flights on Sim Caesar stream, and he was flying the Piper, I think, too, and for some reason it came up as a... I think it might have been a Bonanza still, for some reason. Or I know why that is. It's because I turned off the... Hey, Volcastos. How's your Sunday going? I think I turned off the... What do you call it? The one set in there for the model matching in this or something like that. I'm trying to think of what the name of the option is now, but I can't think of it for some reason right now. I'm doing good. How about you? Actually, I don't like pausing, but I'm going to do one thing here quickly, though. I want it to actually show up like it's supposed to when I land there. Where was that again? Yeah, I had generic plane models on. I wanted to turn that off, so... No, I won't see the generic ones. I'll be able to see what it actually is. Yeah, there's somebody else that was watching the Euros too right now. That was in here too. Was that for every airport there, Kilo Zebra, or was that just for some airports that you're seeing that issue? What's the score right now for it? I think before somebody came in and said it was 1-0, or yeah, it was 1-0 before. Oh, okay. Low performance issues to the... I got ya. Oh, it's still 0, I mean 0-1, okay. So it hasn't changed at all. The 60 minutes in. supposed to be 1013 right now, but I'm gonna just hit B and see if it actually does match that or not, or see if it's actually gonna see what it's, see if it's gonna be different. Well, that's a little off. No, that's 2991, which is 1013. That's right. I'm just gonna do enter right downwind or left downwind and just fly it that way instead. No actual procedures or anything for this airport. $16 miles to go. And we're there. One thing I haven't checked in a while is the fuel. And we're good there. We can turn to 200 and we'll fly that. For now, it should take us almost directly there. Hopefully those clouds that we see up there aren't an issue, but they look like they should be high enough anyways that we should be under them. I bet that looks really nice when there's snow on it. 1-1. Nice. So it's gonna go into extra time then now, isn't it? Or possibly, I mean. The hero version of the Super Bowl. I like that. let's make a little bit of a turn. Yeah, I'm wondering too, because so far I think the only one that they have an update for is... Well, I didn't look all that closely, but I think the only one I've seen one for is Iceland so far, though, unless Poutine Fire knows of another one. But I think Orbix would... If they could keep doing it for a lot of these other areas, though, they would make a big difference in some of the... other problems where you can see the terrain issues and stuff like that, because this seems like it's fixed a lot of it. Like as far as like water and stuff too, like it looks like it's like in some areas, even with other mesh updates, you'd still see the water running uphill and some spots and areas like that, and I've seen none of that with this so far. So even though I can't see it yet, I'm pretty sure the airport should only be, or should be right ahead of us there pretty well. Oh yeah, there it is. I can see the beacon now. And the runway. I'm really curious to see if I actually show up as a Piper now then when you see me. Or whether if I'll see you as a Piper there too. Alright, turn off the autopilot now. I'm going to amplify the rest of it. So I might not be looking at chat all that closely. Oh, you've turned it off too then. That's good. I forgot that I had it on. I was wondering, I didn't even look at that the last time I was flying in a group flight when I wasn't seeing the right plane. I never even thought of it till now when you mentioned it before. Hey, Peter Mooney. Nope, this is the Piper Arrow. And welcome on in. How was your Sunday going? And thanks again for picking this yesterday for the gift sub that you got from Sim Caesar. Peter Mooney won the gift sub on the giveaway there yesterday on Caesar stream and picked my stream for it. It means a lot. I wasn't expecting that. Ah, there you are. I see you parked there now. Not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, that. A little bit bumpy. Not much though. Because otherwise we're gonna forget about it. I have a feeling I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Nope. Should have straightened out for a little bit on the base turn. Thought I was closer to the runway than that for some reason before. I've been missing the chat right now. I'm looking at this, but I seen the one thing out of the corner of my eye. Negative 373. Oh, shit. Holy God. A little bit bumpy. Now it's smoothed out a little bit, but now I'm more red. You thought it was going to be like my one yesterday, didn't you, Kitty Monster? Almost ended up going by that too quick. Looks like an arrow from here. That's good. So it does actually work. Yeah, I was gonna say you look like a piper too, actually. So that's. All right. What did I miss? Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and get caught up on. Actually, I should just shut down the plane first. I'm not going to turn off the battery yet because otherwise that logbook's going to pop up and I don't want to see that because that'll ruin it. Go to the outside view. It's the first I've actually seen it popping up the way that it's supposed to be, and I didn't even clue in before about, that I had the model matching turned off or whatever. That looks a lot better seeing an actual another Piper Arrow there now. The whole truck sim thing shuttered. And then Kitty Monster has a prediction of negative 373, and no, I couldn't blame you, Kitty Monster, because I know I've had the rough ones there as well too. And Kilo Zebra one with the negative 101 feet per minute for that. What was it, negative 85? Yeah. What's your best landing rate so far on Talon there, Kitty Monster? That's good that the color's matching too. Is the color the same for mine then for what it's supposed to be, or is it actually, or is it giving you a different model, or a different livery there altogether? I'm sorry, Buff, I missed that message there. Have a good afternoon there with your grandkids. We'll see you next time, and thanks for the gifts up there again too. Oh, you've landed her in the hundreds. That's not bad then. Oh, it's showing us a high tail or a high T-tail version. Okay, so it's showing us the. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. In blue. Actually, I did fly that one before, so I wonder if it's. I wonder if there's a reason why it's coming up like that still, then, because that's the one that I flew the first time when I downloaded this actually. Yeah, I got the turbo version. So I got the Just Fly, the one where you have all three models with it or something like that off the Just Fly page. I only bought this, what was it, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, I think. But mostly I've been flying the Piper Arrow 2 though, more than anything. Yeah, that could be why too. It might just be picking it up as maybe for some reason in MSFS, for some reason it's not actually. It's just seeing the one that I flew the first time still for some reason. That's weird though. Hopefully they fix that. But anyways, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I'll go through some thank yous here first. And then we'll find someone to raid. So going back to the start of the stream, we had Amy Yankee with the host of one. Came with the host at the start. Actually, back 17 hours ago when I wasn't even streaming, internal 734 followed there as well too. So I'll mention that as well. Readability came with the resub for 3 months. Kill Dead Red Ted came in with 5 bits. Thanks to Kill Dead Red Ted. And readability. Aviator 1996 came with the rate of 14 people. Thanks for that, me and Austin. Did I say Kitty Monster? Or are you trolling me? Oh, and then Sim Caesar came in right at the end. Oh, yeah, thank you for showing up, Kitty Monster. And hello, Sim Caesar, lurking. Okay, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, Austin came with a rate of 14 people. DeLorean came with the resub for 3 months. Thanks for that, DeLorean. Hopefully things get a little bit better for you there over the next few days. And Moo Vibes came in with the follow. Thanks for that, Moo Vibes. Kilo Zebra came with the follow as well too. And Puff came with the gift sub too. Kilo Zebra, thanks for that, Puff. And Iron Condor Simulations came with the follow and the Prime sub as well too. Thanks for that again, Iron Condor Simulations. It means a lot having you come by, especially when I've been watching you for as long as I have, and to have you come by my stream, it means a lot. Thank you, sir. And Peter Mooney, thanks for the 30 bits. And thanks again for choosing this for your gift sub there too from Sim Caesar. And Sim Caesar, thanks for the gift sub too from Peter Mooney the other day. And that's all yeah, that's the list for that. So I'll take a quick look and we'll find someone to raid her quickly and we'll hop over there and say hello. Actually, the only person I see popping up on my list right now that is normally I find small streams to raid and stuff like that, but like myself. But I think maybe we'll go raid yeah, we'll go raid 757 Spy. So just gotta do one quick thing here. We'll head over there. You have a good night too, Iron Condor Simulations. Thanks again for coming by. And thanks for the kind words there too, for saying it's a great stream. And Kenny Monster, later. Well, hopefully you have a good SNO tonight, and maybe I'll join. I'm not sure yet, but I'll think about it though. Maybe I'll give in and use MSFS for it. And Amy Ann, again, thanks for all the mod duties and stuff and watching the stream for the after being busy this morning already too. And I Scotsman, see you later. Also, thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. And Kilo Zebra as well too. Good to see you also. Thanks for stopping by too. And Readability, thank you for coming by as well. We'll see you probably in a little bit here too, and Sim start streaming the group flights as well this afternoon. But anyways, have a good rest of your Sunday there, everyone, or Sunday night, and we'll see you next time.